Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here from simpleprogrammer.com. So I want to read you a comment here that I got on one of my videos that I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to respond to this yet. I just saw this comment, I pulled this out, and I thought this was an interesting thing to talk about. This was actually on my video called 21 and Never Had a Girlfriend. And this was one of those videos that sort of sparked me going down this direction of how to become a better man. So this is from D. Carlo, and he says 24, I guess 24 is when he says he's 24, right? Was in the military for 4 years, had my ups and downs of being physically fit, worked full time since out of high school, had to pay for every string on my back with no handouts. This economy, never had a girlfriend, never even kissed a girl. Sure, I tried a few dates here and there, met a few girls who bought me drinks from across the bar, but in the end, I've never had that click everyone keeps telling me will happen eventually. I straight up don't give a fuck anymore. I figure the best way to get through life is to keep my head down and blow through it. If there is a God, I'll meet him one day and ask him why every single person, including myself, is a piece of shit. I kind of like your attitude, dude. You're fucking hardcore. I can appreciate that, man. I kind of like that. All right. There's nothing else to figure out. I've learned that, I disagree with you on there's nothing else to figure out. There's a shit ton to figure out, my friend. All right. He says, I've learned that the evident difference between men and women is that men come in two categories. The ones who learn the hard way and the ones who learn the easy way. Women, on the other hand, only learn from getting their emotional ass kicked, so the hard way only. I'm a man who has been well versed since day one. The men who have learned before they make their mistakes have a common difficulty. We have to find women who have put themselves through enough shit to be smart. I won't ever in my life waste my time on a girl who is naive enough to think I'm worth it just by looking at me from across the bar. So there's a little bit wrong with the psychology, and I'll tell you in a second here. The problem comes in at the point of realizing that no one as young or younger than me has seen enough shit to impress me, okay? Yet for some reason most girls my age think their life is hell when it could be a paradise for someone like me. So, for all I care, everyone can go fuck themselves. I'd be happy enough for myself to live my life on a mountain in the West alone, specifically in the West. So, okay, I have a couple of thoughts on this. I'm probably not going to go back through the comments here, but so, Carlo, first of all, man, thank you for your service, okay? I respect that fucking hardcore mind, that bulldog mindset, right? I did a video on becoming a bulldog, right? And you do it. You're a fucking bulldog, right? I can tell it just by how you're talking. Check out the video. And that's great. That's awesome. That's a fucking great way to live your life, to plow through life, and you don't give a shit. You learn things. When you say the easy way, I'm a little confused by that, because I think you're talking emotionally, right? And so you think you've got the shit figured out, but I'll tell you something. What you've got is you've walled off things, right? You're going to have to go through some of the pain. You're going to have to go through some of the pain that you're avoiding. And yes, you've disciplined yourself physically, right? You're hardcore, right? You're independent. You can not give a fuck. You'd rather just go into the mountains and live by yourself. At least that's what you're saying. Because you don't want to try fucking hard, right? You in this area, right? You don't want some girls that just look at you from across the bar and that's how they decide that you're a good person, right? You're very much against this whole superficiality, and I totally get that, man. But here's the thing. You said that, someday maybe you die, and if there's a God, you'll ask God, why is everyone a piece of shit, including myself? Why is this world fucked up? That's not going to serve you, man. That's not going to serve you. You have what it takes, right? You've got the grit. You've got the fortitude. You're at the point of, like I said, a bulldog. You don't give a fuck, right? You're at that point already. So you've already got what most guys don't have. All you got to do at this point is a numbers game. All you got to do is put in you got to realize that this is a superficial world. And there's a superficial layer on top of everything. But see, you understand what many people don't understand. Well, me and you, we get this. We understand this about the world, Carlo. Now, I'll tell you this, right? We know, right? Have you seen Walking Dead? We know that underneath all of this bullshit, underneath all of this, everyone being nice and nice suits and ties and superficial bullshit and civilization, society, we know that underneath it all, it's all fucking Walking Dead. It's all freaking zombies and every man for himself, and I will kill you and take your shit. That is what life is. Life has always been that. Biologically, it's not because God is unkind or fucking cruel. It's because that is nature. That is not just human nature, but it's nature. Nature is fucking vicious, right? It's survival of the fittest. It's the reproductive process, right? It's weeding out the weak. That's what nature is. And we may build on top of all of this gruesome, hardcore nature. We might build on top of that. We might build some civilization and wear some nice suits and ties and have some cocktails at the bar and some girl buys you a drink. But we know deep down it's bullshit, right? Because life is fucking hard. Because it goes to the gains go to the victor. The loser doesn't get shit. You got to be the winner. You got to be the champion. You got to be on top or you don't get shit. So you understand this, right? So fucking play the game, my friend. Fucking play the game. Because you can win the game. There's some people that can't win the game. And this is what kind of pisses me off about your comment a little bit, right? It's that you have what it takes, man. Right? You don't even have to build it up, right? There's so many guys that I talk to on this channel or that I coach personally. They don't have what it fucking takes. They have to go through the pain. They have to go through the hard way, as you describe it, because they don't have the discipline. They don't have the mindset. They don't have that bulldog mentality. They don't understand that the world is a really fucking cruel place. Okay? And they're too damn soft. You're not fucking soft. So stop acting that way. Stop thinking that the world is just going to fucking bow to you, bend over, and let you in the end. It's not going to happen that way. It's not going to work that way. You're going to have to put in the fucking efforts. But you're the man to do it, right? You've got everything that you need except for one thing, right? You have emotionally walled yourself off. You're like, you think it's tough to be stoic in the way of what I call stonewalling, which is I could be fucking numb to the world. I don't feel the pain because I choose not to. No. I know you can do that, and I used to do that, and I used to think that that was strength, but that's not strength. It's actually a weakness, right? Because in every other aspect, you're fucking strong in your life. You're physically strong, right? You have discipline, right? You've gone through service. You're willing to die for your country, right? You're willing to put it all on the line and say, I don't give a fuck, right? But in this area, it's weakness, and I'll tell you why. Because being numb, being stoic in that way, right? I'm all for stoicism, but stoicism is misunderstood because stoicism is not being indifferent to not feeling pain or pleasure. That's what, okay, it's being indifferent to pain and pleasure. So what does that mean, right? What's the difference here? The difference is this. If you really want that stoic mindset, if you really want to make something in your life and get what you want out of life, you've got to be able to feel the pain and keep walking. Feel the pain, keep walking. That's the thing, is right? You don't let it phase you, don't let it stop you, right? But you let it sink in for a second, right? You don't block it out. You don't numb yourself from the pain, right? And you don't put yourself in a situation where you can't be harmed. You put yourself, just like you know, you were in the military, you were in the service, you know that you put yourself in, you don't protect yourself from the situation where you can't be harmed, right? But you equip yourself to handle the situation where you can be harmed as best as possible, and that's the fucking difference in life, right? And you get this, I know you get this, so this is what you gotta do. You got to start going out there and you got to start playing by the fucking rules. You didn't make the rules, that's fine. You didn't make the rules when you go in the military and you go into combat. You don't make the fucking rules, but you figure out how to discipline yourself, how to make the best of the situation so that you're going to come out on top, whatever the fucking rules are, right? And that's the same thing that's going on here. You're not going to just get what you want out of life. It's not just going to come to you. Yeah, I agree with you that you shouldn't just like have some chick, whatever chick decides to buy you a drink at the bar. You go out and you go take the effort. You go and, I'm not saying go and buy girls drinks. I'm just saying like you got to go out there, right? I mean, you're 24, never had a girlfriend. What, you've been on a few dates? Fuck. How many? Go, get more, right? I mean, I don't even have to tell you the mindset. I don't think you're afraid. Maybe you are. Maybe you've got some social anxiety. I seriously doubt it just based on your comment here, but you got to put in the effort. You got to go out there. You got to play the game. Get your style on. Get your, you know what I mean? Go use what you got, right? And go out there and go talk to women. Go out there. Don't give up. Don't be like, just because it didn't come to you. I mean, how many things in your life that you said in your comment, you said that nothing was given to you, right? You said shoestring or whatever, that you had to pay the fucking price. You paid your whole way the whole time. So don't you think it's about time you paid your dues here in this area, right? I mean, if you think that, again, I'm all for, the mentality that you have. I did the video on you're always going to be alone. You can check out that video and watch that video. That's straight up right. I agree with you. Maybe I learned it the hard way. Maybe you already knew it the easy way. That's fine, right? But that doesn't change anything. That doesn't mean that you don't go out and get what you want, right? You just realize that in the end you're by yourself, that you're on your own team, and that no one's going to save you. But do you really expect that? I don't think that's what you're looking for. I think you're just looking for, to make connections, to have to have the kind of girl that you want. So go out and find it. Right? It's not going to just come to you. And again, it's not going to be superficial which girl decides to buy you a drink at the bar. If you're waiting that long, if that's what your plan is, if your plan is like, I'm going to wait till some fucking like super girl buys me a drink at a bar who sees you across the room, you're already discounting it, first of all, because you think that she's superficial because she saw you and is attracted to you, which that's a very fucking rarity. I'll tell you that. Like that's unlikely to happen anyway. So your odds have really slimmed it down. Plus you've already discounted them just based on that. So what do you expect to happen, right? I mean, really, like this is your life, right? You want to waste fucking years and go off and live in the mountains? I don't think that's what you really want to do. So go out. Go out and approach. Go out there and you talk to the girls. Show them your charm. Show them what you got, and you play the numbers, right? 100. I mean, you could be picky. I don't give a fuck if you're picky, but go out there and get what you want. Go out there and do it, right? You can do that. So do it, man. Let's not fucking play games here, right? Just because you didn't make the rules doesn't mean that you don't have to play the game. You can't opt out. Life is not a game that you get to opt out of. And I know you know this, right? This is why I'm telling you this, is that, I'm telling you this maybe for the benefit for some guys that don't have the kind of benefits that you have, but someone in your position who understands these things about life, who has built up their mental toughness and their physical toughness, they're playing easy mode. All they got to do is say, well, what's the rules of the game? Okay, fine, I can play like that, and then they can fucking do it. Whereas other guys, they don't have that ability. They haven't built up that mental toughness. They don't have that physical discipline. They don't have the ability to do what you do. So there's no fucking excuse for you, brother. There's no excuse for you. So get out there and do what you're supposed to fucking do. All right. That's all I got for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure that you share the video with someone who's pushing out on their responsibilities in life, what they could be doing, not living up to their full potential. Share it with them so that they get their ass fucking motivated and do what they need to do. And make sure you click that subscribe button down below. Click the bell so you don't miss any videos. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.